Hello again, everybody. This is Colton. I'm going to straighten my hat here. Let's see. Okay. I was coming to you again today to tell you a little tiny bit about Rose of Jericho. This is a whole Rose of Jericho plant right here. This is what it looks like when it's in its dried form. Now, they come in different shapes and sizes. My husband also has a slightly larger one, but that's my personal Rose of Jericho plant. And you can have certainly more than one in your home. In fact, I enjoy having quite a few. But Rose of Jericho is used quite a bit in voodoo and hoodoo and other magical traditions to bring lots of very nice things in. Now, Rose of Jericho is naturally a desert plant, and what it does is very, very unique. It looks like this when it's dry. What it does is that it will find a source of water and it will grow there. Once that source of water has dried up, due to droughts or things like that being from the desert region, it will actually shrink up and turn into this little ball here, and it still has all of its roots intact there at the bottom. It just kind of keeps them all nice and coiled up like that, and so it will shrink up and then kind of roll around like a tumbleweed. And it will roll on the wind until it finds another source of water where it will land in, and the roots will take hold into the water and it will bloom again. Rose of Jericho can stay in this dried form for well up to 5-6 years, even longer than that at times. I've had this one. This one hadn't been hydrated in 4 years when I received it, and I go through long periods of time where I don't rehydrate it. But when you put it in water, very quickly it will reopen. In fact, about an hour after you placed it in the water, you should be able to look at it and you will see it's already moved quite a bit and started unfolding itself. And then once you leave it for a good couple of hours, it will completely unfold and look like a brand new plant. It opens very wide up, has green, and you can see it start coming back to life. It looks very pretty, and is nice to keep around. Now, as for the magical uses, Rose of Jericho is believed in some traditions and cultures to actually house a spirit, each one a unique and different spirit, but it's a spirit of blessing and a spirit of protection and things like that. When you open a Rose of Jericho in your home, that spirit blesses your home with all types of good things, money, happiness, peace, prosperity, good abundance, love, all that good stuff. And you can say certain prayers to that spirit and ask for particular things. Also, opening the Rose of Jericho in your home does all of these things, brings all these blessings to your home, while also cleansing the atmosphere very nicely. If you have a room in particular or a place that really has seen some heavy stuff, or you need to do a nice facial cleansing of that area, take the water, open the Rose of Jericho, place it in the water, the Rose of Jericho opens, and it cleanses that whole atmosphere. And then once it shrinks back down, takes all that negativity with it, and it goes away. Also, the water itself, once you have revived a Rose of Jericho is also known as a resurrection plant. That's just another kind of folk name for it, but once you have revived that plant in that water, the water itself becomes Rose of Jericho water, and that is how you make the traditional Rose of Jericho water. Very, very simple. All you need is the plant and for it to come alive in that water. You can make as much as you want. Usually when I revive my plant, you can put as little as a cup or a half of a cup of water into a bowl and revive the plant. Usually I just take a standard size soup bowl that you might get from the store and revive my plant in that kind of water and open it up. But if you want to reserve the water and have a good bit, you can put the plant like in a nice big pot of water, and the plant will float on the top, open up and things like that, and all that water becomes charged and becomes Rose of Jericho water. Rose of Jericho water holds a lot of the same properties that the plant itself has. You can use it to asperge your home, to cleanse things, to remove negativity, to asperge different tools and instruments in your craft, to bless them, consecrate them, remove that negativity. You can asperge your bed, brings on really good protection from nightmares, helps open up your psychic awareness a little bit, things like that. And you can use it just in lots of different ways. You can use it as a floor wash. It will just bring blessings to where it goes. So one thing that I like to do is keep a good bit of bottles of Rose of Jericho water around. And what I do, a lot of people come to me for different spells or different problems they might have, and certain things that people are not equipped to handle themselves. A lot of people in my area are not the most open to witchcraft, and are certainly not practitioners of the craft. However, I have found that, when someone's facing a problem, as hypocritical as it may be, they'll turn to pretty much anything, and they'll come to me and ask for certain things. So, when someone comes to me and they need something blessed, or something removed, like let's say they're having trouble in their home, or they feel something negative's around them, I do keep holy water around. I keep different types of holy water around. I have Catholic blessed holy water. I have my own holy water that I make. I have Gunga water that I use for my own personal self and give out to people who I trust to use it properly, things like that. But I will keep Rose of Jericho water around, because as strange as it is, or strange as it seems, when people come to me who come from a Christian background, especially in my area where Catholics are also looked as, not so good. I come from a very Southern Baptist, things like that kind of area. I will offer them, I'll say, well, you can use this holy water to bless your atmosphere and get rid of this negativity, because they're uncomfortable doing other things, and for some reason they're just repelled by the idea of using something Catholic like holy water. So I will give them Rose of Jericho water, and I'll say, well, this is in essence holy water, but it's not Catholic blessed, things like that, and it will remove that negativity. And for some reason they seem to like that, more than something that's been per se Christian blessed. But so I use that and distribute it for people who need to do cleansings like that. I prefer to use Rose of Jericho water at times. Very nice, good to use to cleanse the atmosphere and everything. In fact, that's just kind of my general go-to. If I need to asperge anything, I will just use my Rose of Jericho water, unless there's something more particular I need. But I think that everybody should have one of these plants in their home. They're wonderful conversation pieces as well. Make good centerpieces at times. You can do really pretty things with them. And, as long as you are respecting the spirit who dwells within. If you're not a religious person, if you're more of a craft with an atheistic view, that's okay. I never say, I never force anybody or my views on them. However, if you are one who likes to keep within the tradition and lineage of things, it's best to respect these things, even if you don't believe necessarily there is a spirit in there. Respect the person's culture, respect the culture that the plant itself comes from. So, just good to keep around, good to have, and can bring you all kinds of very nice blessings, all kinds of good things into your life. So certainly I would say order one. I do, and I have seldomly, very, very seldomly, seen them sold as powders or ground up, things like that. I don't see the purpose of that, because it's great to just have the whole one around. Maybe once or twice in the whole time that I've owned my Rose of Jericho, which has been 7 years now, I have taken one leaf off of it and burned it on a charcoal, but I don't really suggest doing that. That was just for very unique circumstances. So best to just use it the way it's intended, to rehydrate it and use that blessing to help pervade your home. So anyway, I just hope you found this informative, and please, if you have any questions or anything, email me, let me know, and I will certainly get back to you. Thank you.